It was a very bumpy track. Everyone was shaken about all over the place.
Feels like a ploughed field,
said Miss Hubbard. They turned off the track into a meadow.
Watch the gate. Just enough room. I hope Ted knows what he's doing.
Pat stopped the bus. Now where?
I knew it. We're lost. You don't know which way from t'other, young Ted,
said Miss Hubbard.
That's not fair. I've been this way dozens of times. It looks a bit different today, that's all.
There was only one way to go. Back the way they'd come. They found the gate into the lane. I know where we are, said Pat. This is the road to Thompson Ground. When they got to Thompson Ground, there were letters to deliver. And Alf was waiting to see the new post bus. When the bus stopped in Alf's farmyard, Granny Dryden was asleep.
Where are we? Are we there? Where's the market?
Suddenly there was a strange noise from the lane. The Reverend Timms was racing down the hill on his bicycle towards Alf Thompson's gate. Through the gate he sped, past the post bus, past Alf's tractor, and straight into the barn.
Was that the Reverend?
Said Ted.
Let's go and see,
said Alf. They all ran into the barn.
You all right, Reverend? What a ride! Thank the Lord, Alf, that you have hay in your barn. Oh, but I remember now. That's what the knots were for. 1, to remember my sister's birthday. 2, to remember to post her present.
And 3, said Pat,
to get new brakes for my bicycle.
Why don't you go to town in the post bus, said Alf, and I'll mend your bike for you. I'll bring it round to the vicarage tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Alf, said the Reverend Timms. Now I think I'll sit in front with Jess. Time we were on our way, said Pat. Next stop, Ingledale. At last they arrived at Ingledale. The post bus stopped next to the town statue. Everyone climbed out, ready to do their shopping. Everybody back here, please, at 2 o'clock, said Pat. When 2 o'clock came, everyone was back at the post bus, except Granny Dryden.
We can't go without her, said Pat.
I'll go and look for her, said Miss Hubbard. She'll be in the market, getting potatoes.
I wonder where she's got to, said Ted. She'll be having a good gossip somewhere, said Pat. But as soon as Miss Hubbard had disappeared, who should turn up but Granny Dryden?
Oh, there you are. Have you seen Miss Hubbard? She's looking for you.
Looking for me?
Said Granny Dryden.
I wasn't lost.
I'll tell you what, said Ted. You sit in the bus, and I'll go and look for Miss Hubbard. But no sooner had Ted gone than Miss Hubbard came back.
Oh, I can't find Granny Dryden anywhere. I think we'll have to report her missing. Oh, there she is in the bus. How did she get there?
Well, you see...
And where's Ted gone?
Looking for you, said Pat.
But I'm not lost.
I know you're not lost, but... Oh, never mind. We'll just have to wait. And I don't know when we're going to get back to Greendale. I think I'll sit in the bus and read my paper. But Ted soon came back.
and they set off home again. There were letters and a parcel to take to George Lancaster at Intake Farm. George was collecting eggs when the bus pulled up.
Hey, there's Pat.
Hello, George.
Hello, Pat. I like your new post bus. It's a great idea. Do you think I could take a dozen hens to the market in it tomorrow?
Indeed not, said Miss Hubbard. Just think of the feathers. We'd all be sneezing for a week. Oh, but what lovely eggs. May I buy half a dozen, please? I forgot to get some at the market.
There you are, 6 lovely fresh eggs, Miss Hubbard.
Thank you, George.
Mind you don't break 'em.
It was soon time to be on their way.
Bye, Pat.
On the way past Thompson Ground, they saw Dorothy waving from her gate. What could be the matter?
Oh, Pat, she said. Mrs. Goggins has been on the phone. She's ever so worried. She's wondering where you've all got to. Thinks you've had an accident with the new post bus. Why not come in and give her a ring?
Pat went in to phone Mrs. Goggins.
You must all come in for a cup of tea and a cake, said Dorothy. You're welcome. You must be parched after your trip.
Most kind, said the Reverend Timms. Pat was on the phone. Hello, Mrs. Goggins. Yes. No, we haven't been to Blackpool. Just Ingledale. All safe and sound. We'll be back soon. Bye.
What a time we've had,
said Miss Hubbard.
It's a wonder Pat managed to get us all home again.
Now, don't you worry about your old bike, Reverend, said Alf. I've given it a good oiling, and it's good as new. It just needs some new brake pads. I'll pop round with it tomorrow.
More tea, Granny Dryden,
said Dorothy.
Well, just one more cup, thank you.
There was a saucer of milk for Jess, but Pat was anxious to get on. Come on, everybody. Time to be off, said Pat, and they all went out to the bus. Out in the yard, Alf helped Pat turn the bus round.
Back you come. Come on. Careful, stop. Right, off you go.
It had been a long day. The next stop was at Miss Hubbard's cottage. Here we are, Miss Hubbard. Your stop,
Just a minute, Pat. Mustn't forget anything.
said Miss Hubbard, collecting her bags. Careful as you get out. Mind the step.
Thank you, Pat. Goodbye.
Then it was Granny Dryden's turn. Here, let me give you a hand down, Granny Dryden.
Thanks, Pat. Me hat! I've lost me hat!
Here it is, said Ted. Looks as though she's been sitting on it. Thanks, Ted. I'll see you to your door, Granny Dryden.
Thanks, Pat.
Then it was Ted's turn to be dropped off.
Bye, Pat.
The last stop before home was at the church.
Thank you, said the Reverend. My goodness, it's been quite a day. Oh, Pat, I still have a knot in my handkerchief.
Now then, Reverend, said Pat, is it a new one, or just one that you forgot to undo?
I've forgotten. Oh, dear. Goodbye, Pat.
Time we remembered to go home, Jess, said Pat. And off they went.
Postman Pat, Postman Pat, Postman Pat, and his black and white hat.